16th group elements. Okay, today we will discuss about in level 3 problem. Here, bit number 38. Moist iodine reacts with ozone to form option A B HiO3 C I2O3 I2O7. These are four given options: HiO3 I2O3 I2O7. So here moist iodine reacts with ozone to form. So now I2 plus H2O plus 5 moles of ozone. So this is moist iodine. Moist iodine, when combined with ozone, it forms HiO3 and 5 moles of oxygen. So here option B is correct one. So once again, moist iodine reacts with ozone to form. What is the given options here? HiO3, I2O3, I2O7. So this is the equation. In this equation, HiO3 is formed. So option B is correct one. So note this problem. Okay, next problem. Bit number 39 here. O3 with Ki solution. O3 with Ki solution. Produces option A Cl2, B I2, C Hi, D HiO3. Okay, O3 with Ki solution. Ozone potassium iodide react to form a compound. Okay, what is the product produced in reaction between ozone and potassium iodide? So here 2 moles of potassium iodide combines with ozone. Okay, potassium iodide and combines with ozone, it forms 2 moles of potassium hydroxide and iodine and oxygen. So here in this equation, iodine is formed. That is like this. Iodine is formed. So option B is correct one. Okay. In the when potassium iodide when reacts with the ozone, in this equation, iodine is formed. So option B is correct one for this question. Write this. Okay, next one. Which number 40? Which of the following statement? Which of the following statement regarding ozone is not true. Option A, ozone is an allotropic form of oxygen. And option B, the ozone layer protects the Earth's surface from an excessive concentration concentration of harmful ultraviolet radiation. Next, the conversion of oxygen into ozone is an exothermic process. Is an exothermic process. Next, ozone is much more powerful. Ozone is much more powerful oxidizing agent than molecular oxygen. Okay, this is which of the following statements regarding ozone is not true? Okay, ozone poranga week lo edi true kaadu. First option, ozone is an allotropic form of oxygen. This is true. The ozone layer protects the Earth's surface from an excessive concentration of harmful ultraviolet radiation. This is also true. The conversion of oxygen into ozone is an exothermic process. This is false. Is not true. Okay, and the conversion of oxygen into ozone anedi endothermic process, not exothermic. That means here in the conversion of oxygen to ozone, delta H is equal to plus, and that means delta H is equal to positive. That means plus 142 kilojoule per mole. So that is endothermic, that not exothermic. So this is false, not this problem. Okay, next bit number 41. Ozone belongs to which group? Ozone belongs to which group? Ozone belongs to which group of the periodic table? Option A, 4th A. Option B, 5th A. Sixth A, D, 6th A, D, 7th A. So it is generally belongs to 60A. Why? Because ozone is a allotropic form of oxygen. Okay, ozone is a allotropic form of oxygen. So oxygen element belongs to the 60A group element. So here ozone also belongs to 60A. So that is belongs to 60A group. Okay, note this problem. So next one 42-bit one. Which aerosols deplete the ozone? So this is theoretical one. Smoke, nitrogen oxide, freon, both 2 and 3. Option 4 is correct one here. Nitrogen oxide and freons are deplete the ozone. That is depletion of ozone also called. Okay, next one, bit number 43. Which gives off oxygen? Which gives off oxygen? Which gives off oxygen on moderate heating? On moderate heating. Moderate heating. Option A, cupric oxide. Cupric oxide. Mercuric oxide. Mercuric oxide. Next, zinc oxide. Next one, aluminium oxide. Aluminium oxide. Okay, which gives off oxygen on moderate heating anode? So that is mercuric oxide. So here, sorry, HGO. HGO on moderate heating, it forms mercury and oxygen. So option B is correct one. So note this problem. Okay, next one, 44. In which of the following ozone is completely consumed annadu? Even 4 options ichadu. Option 3 is correct one. SO2 is oxidized to SO3 by ozone. That is option. Next, 45. Ozone readily dissolves in. Ozone దేంట్లో ఈజీగా డిజాల్వ్ అవుతుంది? వాటర్, కార్బన్ డైసల్ఫైడ్, అమ్మోనియా, టర్పంటైల్ ఆయిల్. ఇది ఆల్రెడీ మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం. సో ఆప్షన్ 4 is correct one. Turpentine oil. Okay. So 40 level 3 is also completed. Next you go to page number 162. Previous JEE mains question. Previous JEE mains question. You go to page number in our book 162. So bit number 1. Bit number 1. Which of the following statements? Which of the following statements? Following statements regarding regarding sulfur is incorrect. Sulfur is incorrect. Option A, S2 molecule is paramagnetic. Next option B, the vapor at 200 degrees centigrade consists mostly S8 rings at 600. The gas mainly consists of S2 molecules. The oxidation state of sulfur, sulfur is never less than +4 its compound. Okay. Here, which of the following statements regarding sulfur is incorrect? Sulfur paranga observe chesinapudu ee 4 options lo which one is incorrect? That means wrong. So first one is S2 molecule is paramagnetic. So that is correct one. Why? Because in S2 like oxygen మాదిరిగానే S2 లో కూడా 2 unpaired electrons ఉంటాయి. Okay, due to presence of 2 unpaired electrons, S2 molecule is a paramagnetic. So next one, the vapor at 200 degrees centigrade consists mostly S8 rings. So this is also correct one. And here at 600 degrees centigrade, the gas mainly consisting of S2 molecules. Okay, this is also correct one. Okay, next, the oxidation state of sulfur is never less than +4 its compound. ఈ సల్ఫర్ అనేది వాటి కాంపౌండ్స్ లో +4 కంటే తక్కువగా ఉండదు అంటాడు. అంటే +4 ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ కంటే తక్కువ ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ ని ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేయదు అంటారు. దిస్ ఇస్ రాంగ్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ suitable option for this question, but here as for regarding sulfur, this is incorrect. Why? Because in general oxidation state of sulfur is -2 to here +6. For example, in H2S, hydrogen sulfide, sulfur has a -2 charge. In H2SO4, sulfuric acid, H2SO4, it has a +6. Okay, in H2S, sulfur getting -2 charge. In H2SO4, the sulfur getting +6 charge. So here, what is the statement? The oxidation state of sulfur is never less than +4 అన్నాడు. +4 కంటే తక్కువగా ఉండదు అన్నాడు. So -2 is less than +4. Okay, so this is wrong one. Note this problem. నీట్గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ ఇది రాంగ్ అని ఎందుకు అన్నామంటే ది ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ సల్ఫర్ ఈజ్ నెవర్ లెస్ దాన్ +4 ఇట్స్ కాంపౌండ్. సో సల్ఫర్ ఫామ్ చేసే కాంపౌండ్స్ లో సల్ఫర్ ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ అనేది +4 కంటే తక్కువగా ఉండదు అనేది ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్. కానీ సల్ఫర్ కంటే +4 కంటే తక్కువగా ఉండే ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ కూడా సల్ఫర్ వాటి కాంపౌండ్స్ లో ఎగ్జిబిట్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. దానికి ఇదే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హైడ్రోజన్ సల్ఫైడ్. సో హైడ్రోజన్ సల్ఫైడ్ లో సల్ఫర్ ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ -2. సో -2 అనేది +4 కంటే తక్కువే, లెస్ దాన్ +4. సో అప్పుడు ఇది రాంగ్ అవుతుంది కదా. So next, bit number 2. Which of the following is most easily hydrolyzed? Which of the following? Which of the following is most easily hydrolyzed? Easily hydrolyzed. So option A, SF6, B, NF3, C, CCl4, D, TeF6. Okay. So which of the following is most easily hydrolyzed? So option D is correct one. Tellurium hexafluoride. Why? Because here, due to large size of central tellurium, large size of the tellurium atom, and low electronegativity and high bond polarity. Okay, due to these factors, tellurium hexafluoride is easily hydrolyzed. Already, this concept is arranged in halides of 6A group element, halides. Okay, అక్కడ already ఇది మనం arrange చేసాము. So that means SF6, FeF6, TeF6 on down the group, on moving down the group, size of the central atom increases. Okay, then reactivity also increases. SF6 is inert అని చెప్పుకున్నాం, ఐడియా ఉంది కదా. Sulfur hexafluoride is inert. Why? Because SF6 it acts as octahydrogen. These 6 fluoride ions around the sulfur, it protects the sulfur atom. ఈ ఫ్లోరిన్ అనేటివి సల్ఫర్ చుట్టూ ఉండి వాటిని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తాయి. సో ఇది అటాకింగ్ ఆఫ్ అనదర్ రియేజెంట్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ మోర్ కెమికల్లీ ఇనర్ట్. FeF6, this is slightly reactive. TeF6, it is readily to hydrolyze in water. Why? Because on moving down the group, size of the central atom increases. Then electronegativity decreases. Then bond polarity increases. So that's why TeF6 is readily hydrolyzed in water. Right. Okay, note this problem. Next one, bit number 3. The correct statement about O3 is so here option A, OO bond lengths are equal. OO bond lengths are equal. And B, O3 is a diamagnetic nature. Diamagnetic in nature. Next, O3 has bent structure. O3 has bent structure. And D, all the above. Okay, so here the correct statement about ozone is here, OO bond lengths are equal. So this is the correct one. O3 is a diamagnetic nature. This is also correct one. Why? Because here there is no unpaired electrons in ozone. That means all our electrons are paired up. అంటే ఓజోన్ లో అన్పేర్డ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అనేవి లేవు, అన్ని కూడా పేర్ అప్ అయి ఉంటాయి. సో O3 has bent structure. So that is, it has a bent structure. So all the above is correct one. So note this immediately. Note this fast. Okay, next one. Bit number 4. Already this bit is explained in previous class. Excess of PCl5. Excess of PCl5. Excess of PCl5 reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid. Concentrated sulfuric acid giving. So option A, sulfuryl chloride. Sulfuryl chloride. Option B, sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid. Next option C, chlorosulfonic acid. Chlorosulfonic acid. Ionyl chloride. Ionyl chloride. So here once again I repeat this bit here. So excess of PCl5 reacts with Con H2SO4 giving sulfuryl chloride, sulfurous acid, chlorosulfonic acid, and thionyl chloride. Okay, let us see the equation of this reaction. That means here this is sulfuric acid. When it combines with excess amount of PCl5, so it forms Cl S double bond OCl plus 2 POCl3 plus HCl. That means 2 HCl. So this is sulfuryl chloride. Sulfuryl chloride. Okay. So this is option A is correct one. Sulfuryl. That means SO2Cl2. This is SO2Cl2. Sulfuryl chloride. So when sulfuric acid, when reacts with excess of PCl5, it forms sulfuryl chloride. So here, note this problem. Okay, next one. Bit number 5. The element evolving two different gases. Two different gases on reaction with reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid. Concentrated sulfuric acid is okay. Option A, phosphorus. Option B, carbon. Option C, mercury. D, sulfur. So here the element evolving two different gases on reaction with con H3SO4. So concentrated sulfuric acid to react అయినప్పుడు ఈ 4 given options లో ఏది two different gases ని form చేస్తుంది. So you can write the equation C4 means phosphorus when reacts with sulfuric acid. Okay, so it forms H3PO4, phosphoric acid, sulfur dioxide, and water. So phosphorus when reacts with sulfuric acid, it forms sulfur dioxide. It is only single gas. So next one, carbon when combined with sulfuric acid, H2SO4, it forms CO2, SO2 and H2O. CO2, SO2 and H2O. Next, mercury reacts with H2SO4. Third one, mercury reacts with H2SO4. It forms HGSO4, SO2 plus H2O. And last one is sulfur. So sulfur reacts with sulfuric acid. It forms sulfur dioxide and H2O. Okay, so this is option B is correct one. Here carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, both are gases. That means different gases. Phosphorus gives only sulfur dioxide. That is one type of gas. These both are also give sulfur dioxide. But carbon gives two different gases, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. So option B is correct one. So know this. Okay. So next bit. Next one. Bit number 6. The order of increasing size of atomic radius among the elements oxygen, sulfur, selenium and arsenic. The order of increasing of atomic radius among these here. Atomic radius increasing order. Option A, arsenic, sulfur, oxygen and selenium. Option B, selenium, sulfur, arsenic, oxygen. Third one, oxygen, sulfur, arsenic, selenium. Option D, oxygen, sulfur, selenium and arsenic. So here that means so in this problem fourth one is correct one. So arsenic is has the biggest atomic size. Why? Because oxygen, sulfur, selenium, these are belongs to same group. That means 6A group. Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, these are belongs to 6A group. Arsenic, it is a 50A group. This is 50A group. These are 60A group. On moving same down the group, atomic size increases. On moving down the group here, atomic size. That means top to bottom, atomic size increases. On left to right, atomic size decreases. So here, oxygen to sulfur, top to bottom increases. Oxygen to sulfur atomic size increases. Sulfur to selenium increases. So that means oxygen kante sulfur ki has the biggest atomic size. Okay, and selenium has the biggest atomic size. So oxygen kante sulfur larger one, sulfur kante selenium inka larger one. So okay na, endukante top to bottom atomic size increases. So series also increases. Next go to arsenic. Here left to right atomic size decreases. అంటే arsenic to selenium atomic size ఏమవుతుంది, డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. డిక్రీజ్ కావడం వల్ల ఈ సెలీనియం కంటే ఆర్సెనిక్ లార్జర్ అనేది అర్థం, దాన్ని పెద్దదనే కదా, కాబట్టి ఆర్సెనిక్ లార్జర్. దేర్ ఇస్ నో కన్ఫ్యూజన్ హియర్. ఆక్సిజన్ టు సెలీనియం, దట్ మీన్స్ దీస్ ఆర్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు సేమ్ గ్రూప్, ఒకే గ్రూప్ లో ఉంటాయి. కాబట్టి టాప్ టు బాటమ్ ఏమవుతుందంటే అటామిక్ సైజ్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఆక్సిజన్ కంటే సల్ఫర్ పెద్దది, సల్ఫర్ కంటే సెలీనియం ఇంకా పెద్దది. కాబట్టి ఈ సీక్వెన్స్. బట్ లాస్ట్ ఆర్సెనిక్ ఉంది. ఈ ఆర్సెనిక్ ఏమవుతుందంటే లెఫ్ట్ టు రైట్ అటామిక్ సైజ్ డిక్రీజెస్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఆర్సెనిక్ అంటే సెలీనియం కి స్మాల్ సైజ్ ఉంటుంది, కాబట్టి ఇది లార్జర్, కాబట్టి లాస్ట్ ఫోర్ ఆర్సెనిక్. నోట్ చేసుకో. Okay, next. Bit number 7. So the products obtained on heating lithium nitrate LiNO3, lithium nitrate will be option A LiNO2 plus O2, option B Li2O plus NO2 plus O2, option C Li3N lithium nitride plus oxygen, option D Li2O plus NO2 plus O2. Here, in general, B, D, same options are given. So both are correct here. Okay. Then this one. Right. So option B is correct one. Lithium nitrate on heating gives lithium oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. So next one. Bit number 8. Bit number 8. Which of the following is wrong statement? Which of the following is wrong is wrong statement? Is wrong statement. First one, ONCl and ONO minus are not isoelectronic. Are not isoelectronic. Right. Option B. O3 molecule is linear. Option C. Ozone is violet solid, violet black in solid state. Next one, option D. Ozone is diamagnetic gas. Ozone is diamagnetic gas. Okay. It is ONCl and ONO minus are not isoelectronic. That's what isoelectronic means same number of electrons. So here ONCl means from oxygen it contains atomic number 8. So it contains 8 electrons. So at the nitrogen 7, at chlorine 17. So number of electrons are equal to the atomic number of the atoms in this substance. Oxygen atomic number 8. So it contains 8 electrons. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. So it contains 7 electrons. Chlorine atomic number is 17. So it contains 7. So total number of electrons in ONCl is 32 electrons. Next, ONO minus. So at oxygen 8 electrons, at nitrogen 7 electrons, at oxygen 8 electrons. So minus 1 means 1 electron extra only. 1. So here 15 and the total number of electrons here 24. So this is which of the following is wrong statement here? This is question. Are not isoelectronic. So ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఇక్కడ 32 ఉన్నాయి 24 ఉన్నాయి. So it is not isoelectronic. So if in case if both substances having same number of electrons, so it is isoelectronic. What is the statement is given here? ONCl and ONO minus are not isoelectronic అన్నారు. మరి isoelectronic కాదు కదా. So this is wrong statement. So sorry, ఇక్కడ this is correct statement. So O3 molecule is linear. This is wrong. O3 is angular or bent structure. It is not linear. Okay. It is diamagnetic due to absence of unpaired electrons. So ozone is violet black in solid state. If both are correct, so this is wrong statement. ఇక్కడ సాలిడ్ స్టేట్ లో వైలెట్ బ్లాక్ లో ఉంటుంది. ఇది ఓజోన్ లో అన్పేర్డ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ లేవు అంటే దట్ మీన్స్ ఏంటిది, దాని మీనింగ్ ఏంటి, అన్ని పేర్డ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ డయామాగ్నెటిక్ గ్యాస్. ఓకే, నోట్ దిస్. ఐసో ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ అంటే సేమ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. సో 2 బిట్స్ ఉన్నాయి అంతేనా?